Well, Liverpool have confirmed their first signing of the season, that is Alexis McAllister from Brighton. What a bargain, £35 million. Guys, that's an absolute steal for such an immensely talented player like McAllister. He can play as a central attacking midfielder, he can play as a central midfielder, he can play as a central defensive midfielder, or play in what we call a single pivot. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. It's the transfer news show, first video of the day, and my name is Rokani David, and this is how we do it on a daily. We bring you news from all the teams around the world apart from Man United. If at all you want to get the Manchester United news, follow up a channel known as United Matters channel. That's where you'll get me live, straight and clear, talking about stories like this. Smash the like button, comment and share. And for Alexis McAllister, let's see close to 200 or 300 likes. Smash on this video welcoming McAllister to Liverpool. He's no longer a blue, he's a red. Confirmed, done and dusted. So McAllister, no sooner had he signed for Liverpool, these were his words, and I take this opportunity to present them to you. Since I won the World Cup, I said that I want to win more trophies, and I think that this club will help me do that. That's the aim. And when you are in a big club like this one, you have to win trophies. So that's what I want. So we know that he's a World Cup winner with Argentina, right? Then he wants to win more, and he believes that he might be that missing jigsaw into that team of Liverpool, and he wants to go ahead and really take them to where they are. When you look at McAllister, he's really a talented player that's going to blossom this midfield of Liverpool, and I understand his urge to win the trophies is really right. Liverpool has been competing on all fronts for the previous 5 seasons, and Klopp has been toe-to-toe with Man City, and sometimes City won the trophy at 100 points and Liverpool had, was it 99 points. So it shows you how Liverpool can go back to those days of really competing for trophies if at all they sign in players like McAllister, Premier League proven player that has gone ahead to do lots of things for the Liverpool side. Then McAllister had this to add onto the match. He said after joining Liverpool, "Since I arrived here, I can see how big this club is, the players we have, the staff, everyone. I'm really pleased and looking forward to playing for this club." So McAllister is the new Liverpool number 10, and let me show you this. Him showing us the shirt number that is going to be putting up at, or putting on Liverpool. That is number 10, formerly of Sadio Mane. It had been rested, and now they've given it to McAllister. Even at Brighton, he had been putting on shirt number 10. He comes in at Liverpool already in for him, and he's donned into that shirt number. Now, what is the manager of Liverpool having to say about the signing of Alexis McAllister? That is Jurgen Klopp. Klopp said, "I'm really happy. His steps will now be with us, and we get to work with a player who is already excellent and experienced, but also has so much more to come, given he's just 24 years of age." That is Klopp for you. So when you look at McAllister, 24 years of age, absolute bargain, absolute player, and Klopp likes such players who play with a lot of intensity and their talent being immense. My admiration and respect for what Brighton are doing is well known, and Alexis McAllister has been a part of the journey that they have been on in becoming one of the toughest and best sides in the league. Kudos to Jurgen Klopp for recognizing the efforts of Brighton that they've gone ahead to really put on the game of football. Brighton is really doing wonders, guys. Brighton is doing wonders. And look at the crop of players they're really having. Moise Caicedo, Alexis McAllister, Mitoma, Evan Ferguson, you know, and they're having one of the best scouting networks in Europe, because they've gone ahead to sell McAllister £35 million. They're going to sell Moise Caicedo at £80 million, right? And all the 3 players they've brought in to replace these players are free agents. Can you imagine? They know the best thing, they know the best way to do business, and they are going to really maximize profit. And now Evan Ferguson is another one that the world is going to be looking at next summer. This summer he's going to stay at Brighton, but next summer I don't see him at Brighton. Teams like Man United will attack the situation hard to get in Evan Ferguson. He's a player that they might sell £100 million because for him, he's a centre forward. And you know this market, when you are selling a forward, forwards are the most expensive players in the world. If they're selling Caicedo at £80 million, I know they will sell Mitoma next season or next summer at like 70, 80, absolute bargain, and still because they brought in Mitoma at £2.5 million and they're almost making times 30 the profit. They're making a profit of times 30 the amount of money they bought him. That is Brighton for you. So they are continuing to do huge projects and huge work, and kudos to the manager of Liverpool for giving them that recognition, because they are really doing something that all teams should be doing: scouting players on the cheap and selling them on a high. Then he concluded by saying on McAllister, we are adding a very talented, very smart, very technically skilled boy to our squad, and this is super news. Really it is. I do not think the football world needs me to say too much about Alexis' qualities, because they are already pretty well known. Obviously, he's a pretty talented player and is coming into Liverpool. When you look at Liverpool, they are trying to fix the midfield situation. If Liverpool is to get in the first three players, all those are going to be midfielders. Now, they might go for Rokani, there is Thuram. So they are really chasing in for those players because they know the deficiency of the team of Liverpool in the recently concluded season has been the engine room. The engine room really lacked a lot of intensity, consistency, and reliability. You couldn't rely on it. Fabinho dropped off. Bajcetic came in through. He got an injury, but you would understand he's too young to really leave those levels, especially playing as a CDM. But Bajcetic is another good player that Liverpool can rely on. Now, the Telegraph has gone ahead and really revealed to us as to why Liverpool have gone ahead to do this deal quick and fast. Now, they've told us that Liverpool were also helped to complete the deal by having a relationship with McAllister's agent, Joan Gemelli, who was involved in bringing Philippe Coutinho to the club. Klopp expects his new signing to be able to fulfill the midfield duties in his term. Now, I don't want to take the flowers of Liverpool away from them, because it's not the first time they are doing this. Let's go back last season. Darwin Núñez was one of the hottest centre forwards onto the European market. Guess what Liverpool did? They signed him in a period of like 3 days. So Liverpool is good at doing this. When they want a player, they'll attack hard and obviously get him in as up. Look at the situation of Konate. They signed Konate from, was it RB Leipzig, right? From RB Leipzig in March, when the transfer window is opening up in June. You know, they are really operating like an elite club. And Jurgen Klopp said at the end of the season that he's not going for a holiday because he has lots of things to fix at the club, meaning that he's working tooth and nail to get in players. Now, look, they've gotten in McAllister at £35 million. If they go ahead and get in Manu Kone at the same amount of money, that will be £70 million. And Thuram is another one at 30, 35. That can be 100 million quid on 3 quality players. If Liverpool is going to refix its midfield at £100 million, you know, credit has to be given to Jurgen Klopp, because he knows he wanted Jude Bellingham, but because there was no certainty of them going to the Champions League, they pulled out, because you cannot spend £100 million on Jude Bellingham, guys. You can't spend it on him when you're not going to play into the Champions League. And even him and his entourage wouldn't have accepted to go on to play for a team that is not playing in the Champions League, because Real Madrid was there waiting and they convinced the player. He went to Real Madrid, and yesterday a here we go was announced and a medical was set, and I think is going to undergo medical in the remaining 4 or 5 days from now. Then he'll be unveiled. But I really credit Liverpool for getting in McAllister. That's been an absolute bargain, you know, absolute bargain. £35 million, McAllister to Liverpool, a deal done and dusted, and it shows you how efficient they are when it comes to negotiating these deals. The chief negotiator of Liverpool really has done lots of business for them, because if it was Manchester United, the team I support, they would have gotten McAllister at like £50 or £60 million. They are bad negotiators, you know. The amount of money that Liverpool uses to buy a player, United multiplies it by 2. Can you believe that Fred came in at Manchester United 53 million pounds? Can you believe it? You know, Harry Maguire 80 million pounds, Aaron Wan-Bissaka 50 million pounds, and that was in 2019. You know, in 2019, to buy a player at 50 million pounds, guys, he must be of an absolute clear quality. That is it. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Smash the like button, comment and share. Your reactions to McAllister signing for Liverpool are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Muslim friends, 5-finger salute. May Allah give you the best that you guys are really yearning for. Bye bye.